What is going on, y'all? Travis here, back with the next episode of Criminal Minds, Season 3, Episode 14. Let us get into it, shall we? An axe? Oh. Oh, okay, romance.
Usually no acceptable excuse for violence, but I'm making an exception. Oh my God, Agent Ross.
This can't be everything. This is not everything.
You're coming in.
This is that Galen file I asked you to put together.
No, sir, you didn't ask me to put anything together.
There's more to this case file.
Sir, can this wait till the morning?
And where are my notes? My original crime scene notes.
You didn't ask for the specifics. You just told me to look.
What kind of a researcher are you?
I'm not a researcher. I'm a technical analyst.
What the hell does that even mean?
He left the middle of my back totally unloofah. SSA Rossi.
Agent Rossi, I am aware that the fraternization between Bureau employees is against the rule.
It's the 20th anniversary of this crime. 3 children woke up and found their parents murdered. Whoever did it is still out there. It's time they paid for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for that, but why you... She didn't fucking do anything to you.
Yeah,
How'd you
Chill
do tonight?
out.
Tips good?
you're new. If you have to ask questions, I'd rather walk myself to my car.
Good luck, bitch.
Ah! Rude.
Hey, you dance nice.
Yeah, I can tell you liked it, a whole $2 worth.
I would have given you more if I had it.
You should have left.
Don't I get to look all I want for the cover charge?
To include the
What's she
parking
from?
lot.
Why are you so pissed off, huh?
You want to see pissed off?
Hey, come on. Okay, look, I'm just gonna go back in the club, okay?
Yeah, fuck around and find out. What is the...
What do you want?
What is the hairstyle?
Freak.
Is she one of the kids?
Within the core of each of us is the child we once were. This child constitutes the foundation of what we have become and what we will be. Neuroscientist Dr. R. Joseph.
I might be in big trouble. I can't believe he showed up at my apartment.
It's not like I'm doing anything here.
We just had a seminar on fraternization.
I really have a lot of work to do.
So you don't want to hear how Agent Rossi showed up at my door while I was enjoying a post-coital shower with fellow FBI technical analyst Kevin Lynch?
Sit.
But, like, it's not like you guys work together all the time or something. You
The
and him.
hell? So you were in the shower with Kevin Lynch?
JJ, I'm being serious. I need your help.
With what?
We're not supposed to date fellow Bureau employees.
Rossi is the reason most of these fraternization rules even exist,
Ah.
okay? He's not gonna tell anyone. Relax. What was Rossi doing at your apartment?
That's a good... I'm not supposed to tell anyone.
Why?
That impressed the issue. I was all naked and all drippy.
Doesn't showering with someone always seem like a better idea before you're actually doing it?
Yes, it is a bit of a workout.
Huh, well, this is turning into some morning. Mrs. Hotchner. Well, that would make sense because he's in a prison right now. So sometimes cell service can be... Well, if I can get a hold of him, I'll... Okay. That is one seriously pissed off lady. She can't get Hotch on his cell phone.
Why would she call you?
She knows I can do this.
Yeah, JJ. No, it's a personal matter. Yes, thank you. I will take care of it when I get back.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, fine.
We can do this interview another time.
Well, he's scheduled to be executed next week.
I can take the lead if you need me.
Reed.
Agent Hotchner?
Yes.
You must be Dr. Reed. You're here to see our infamous inmate Hardwick. He agreed to meet with us as part of our criminal personality research project. I've read some of your studies in police journals. Serial killers are a kind of hobby of mine. Sister's the only one I've ever met in person. Bet you've met quite a few.
So we'd very much like to get started as soon as we can.
Oh, of course.
So you're a fanboy, but you're a warden?
We don't really have an interrogation facility. You're not armed.
We secured our weapons before we arrived.
When I heard that he contacted you, I was surprised. Chester Hardwick, he doesn't really talk much to anyone.
Well, that usually changes when someone's about to die.
Connie. Chill. It's the brother. It's Georgie. You were dreaming again.
Sorry.
You never have to apologize to me for the dream.
What time is it?
9:30.
Leave for work.
Yeah, well, about that, sort of punched a guy.
Did she get fired?
Yeah, $53. You're like the worst stripper in the world.
Well, to get more, you gotta show more. And topless is bad enough.
Why don't you just quit if it bugs you that much?
Because we gotta eat.
Need some stuff, by the way.
So go get it.
Where's the third one?
Where's Alicia?
Left last night with some dude.
What dude?
Dude in a Jeep. Got your yearly gift, I see.
Left in my car this time.
They left this for me on the porch, too.
Son of a bitch is never gonna leave us alone.
What?
Happy 20th anniversary, right?
I hate you.
The door will, of course, be locked from the outside.
They talk
This
about
button
him
here,
or they
it
talk about
sounds
the
audibly,
killer?
as well as triggers of flashing lights. Are these the crime scene photos?
Some of them, yes.
Oh, God. I knew what he did, of course, but I, never saw 23 victims like this.
Sometimes in these interviews, they talk about crimes they were never charged with. Might even be more.
Is it ever less?
No.
Please, paying attention to these items projects a kind of importance on them when he comes in. I'd like to give him the opportunity to show us which parts of the crimes he thinks are important.
Kind of weird.
Chains left on, right?
That's probably a good idea.
No, it won't be necessary. We're just gonna talk, right, Chester?
Hotch is in Connecticut, right? With Reed, they left last night. They're doing a custodial interview. Chester Hardwick.
He doesn't need anything else on his mind when he's dealing with a guy like Hardwick. You got any idea what Rossi was working on?
I think Garcia might know. He stopped by her place last night. Why?
I'm really not supposed to say, because he said he wanted to keep it between us.
He might need our help.
He didn't ask anyone for help.
Did she always have bangs?
The guy is a fussy, anal retentive neat freak. I would say this is a scream for help.
He's in Indianapolis on a 20-year-old double homicide, and he was upset. He took a commercial flight this morning.
Jet's available.
Let's go.
Agent Rossi, Gary Willis, Indianapolis Police Department.
I asked for Captain Giles.
Yeah, he died a year ago.
It's a shame. Good cop. Do you have the Galen files?
Yeah, they're right here.
You have anything new?
We do. It's not in this file.
You don't know? Well, who's working on this?
20 years is a long time cold.
When do you stop looking for a double murderer?
You know, I didn't know this was an FBI case.
But it isn't. It was on the original scene the day it happened.
Probably know more about it than I do then. At least you had someone to talk to. No one's lived here since that day. There's a housekeeping service that comes in once a week, but otherwise
So who owns it?
I know. I own it.
What? That's fucking weird.
I bought it at an auction.
Why?
The money went to the grandmother. She raised them after, well, she died some years later, and they're still living over there at her house.
Are you personally involved? Do you know these people or something?
No. It was the kids, I guess. I kind of got attached. Look, I don't mean to be a hard ass.
It's no problem. We going in?
No. I spent years looking in that house. There's nothing there. No evidence we didn't find.
Why are you here?
I was hoping you had something new. Sorry to bother you.
No bother.
Thanks for coming.
Sit down.
I'd like this window opened. I'll answer any question you have, but only if this window is open.
And what?
Go ahead.
You were born April 4th, 1950.
Does my birth date really matter?
Maybe
It's
he's the
customary,
one that
for us to start at the beginning. We want to try to know as much as we can about your childhood.
People?
It was average. I lived in a nice house on a quiet street, ate cereal, I went to school.
I don't have time for this. You grew up in a series of projects in East Bridgeport, each one worse than the last. You spent your teenage years peeping in your female neighbors' windows when you got the chance. And you set 100 small fires for which you spent 2 years in juvenile detention.
We've done extensive research. We've talked to almost everyone you've ever known, including your mother.
Good old Jean, I'll bet she was a real treat.
Good old Jean's down the street in a state hospital.
Lying to us isn't really possible or helpful.
You're wrong.
About what?
I started a lot more than 100 fires.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I just...
So many patterns.
You just look so beautiful multitasking.
What are you doing here?
I work here too.
In your own office, 2 floors down.
Can't come over and visit.
Are you insane?
What's wrong?
Have you forgotten last night?
I will never forget last night.
We were caught fraternizing by one of my bosses.
You know, it was rude of Rossi to show up at your place.
Rude. We found him rude.
You know, maybe I should have a talk with him.
That is rude, though.
Straighten him
Call.
You want to straighten out Agent Rossi?
What I want is for me to be able to come up here and kiss my girlfriend. And if that means I have to talk to him, well, then that's what I'll do.
Girlfriend? Kevin?
Yes.
If you get within 100 feet of Agent Rossi, I will unleash an unrecoverable virus that will reduce your world into something between a Commodore 64 and a block of government cheese. Call me later.
You know, there's not really
I
much to this
love
file,
that.
Garcia.
Latent fingerprint that's making its second run through APHIS as we speak. And then there's also some crime scene notes that Agent Rossi wrote up that I'm still spelunking.
So he was on the actual crime scene with a local detective? Could be why it bothers him so much. It was a bad one. The weapon was a long-handled axe. We've seen worse since he's been back. There's nothing else cross-referenced?
No, nothing I can find. Certainly nothing with these signature elements.
It's a double homicide, yes, but a single occurrence. Was there a request from the local authorities for the FBI's help?
Yeah, why was he there?
So then why is this a BAU case?
Don't think it was.
I want you to double check any other unsolved murders. Something this brutal doesn't feel like a one-time.
You got it.
What is it about this case for him?
What do you want to hear? How Papa kicked me and Jean's ass every single day? That the kind of thing you want to hear?
If it's true.
Nobody gives a damn about the truth.
Agent Rossi?
Anything come back yet on that print?
No matches, nothing on file, sorry.
What about my notes?
Those I have. Do you have a PDA? Because I can email them to you.
What's a PDA?
The personal digital. Never mind. Is there a fax number where you're at?
I'm at the Palmer Hotel. I'll be back there later.
Okay, I will find it.
Thanks. All right, I'll check back with you in...
And, sir, there's something else that you should know. Agents Prentice and Morgan found your office in disarray.
So?
They're concerned.
Well, tell them not to be.
That's the thing. See, I'm sorry.
You told them about this case?
We're all worried about you.
I asked you to keep this between us.
I'm sorry, sir. I know. And they're going to see you.
They're coming here? I don't need anybody's damn help.
Temperature's dropping. It's that time of year.
Maybe you
Warm
do need
days,
somebody else's
cold
eyes
nights.
on it.
It'll be summer soon.
Not for you.
No, not for me.
Let's talk about the specifics of the case. Why did you choose Sheila O'Neill?
You gotta show me a picture.
Is that what this is all about? Some chance to relive all of this?
I have an excellent memory. I thought you wanted to hear the truth. Truth is, they meant nothing to me. They were toys. And from the moment I decided to kill them, they were dead. And it didn't matter because they didn't matter. Sometimes I wish I was normal, that I'd had a regular life. But I didn't.
Why did you ask us here?
What a
I wanted
freak.
to smell the air. They've got me on death watch, 24-hour a day, and I will be until they take me to the death chamber. I wanted to smell the air one last time before I die. Thank you for giving me that.
Let's back it up.
Shouldn't we at least...
No. Have a nice trip, Chester. You're going where you belong.
It's 5:17. Evening yard started at 5 o'clock. Guard staff's outside with population. There won't be anyone to open that door for at least 13 minutes. And it took me less than 5 to do this.
What?
While you were doing your research, question or two about security tones.
I heard the tones.
So you planned to be locked inside with me. No guns or weapons.
I won't need a gun.
There's no way they're
Reed's like, fuck that, I'm not.
Not after I
I'm
killed
not
two
down.
FBI agents. You saved my life by coming here.
I'm not a 5-foot-tall, 100-pound girl. All your life, you've gone after victims who couldn't fight back. At your core, you're a coward.
Hacha's kind of a zaddy,
Chester,
huh?
do you want to know why you killed those women?
He knows why.
Earlier you said you wish that you were different. I can tell you why you killed them. Why you are what you are.
You're buying, I'm drinking.
I don't think any of us could afford this place otherwise.
Yeah, I know I can't.
Go home.
We thought you might need some help.
You're wrong.
Come on now, Rossi. Bounce some theories off us. Fresh eyes can't hurt.
This isn't even a BAU case.
Maybe not yet. I can make anything a BAU case. It's about paperwork, and I know the paperwork.
Why do you care?
Because you do.
Because you do.
I could be a writer.
You can tell me why I did the things I did.
I think so. I do. Your mother's bipolar and almost certainly schizophrenic. Your father suffered severe shell shock, what we now refer to as post-traumatic stress disorder. 53% of all serial killers have some form of mental illness in their family. Both your parents suffered from psychological disorders. Violence became a natural expression of love. The hypothalamic region of the limbic system, once what it wants, without conscience and without judgment. It's what makes babies cry when they're hungry, scream when they want affection. In most children, a healthy relationship with their mother counters the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus never learned control. Pre-records indicate that you display the symptoms of satyriasis. You're obsessed with sex. Sex and love are a
Satyriasis?
Your hypothalamus won't allow you to stop seeking the desires that it wants. So you became a sexual sadist. Sexual partner will ever with painful
He's buying
desires that you
time.
have. You can serve them, making sure that they do exactly what you want them to do. And you ensure that by killing them. Earlier, you said your victims never had a chance. I think you know deep down, it was you who really never had a chance.
Everything all right in here?
Fine. We're done.
Is that true? I never had a chance?
Maybe.
He was buying time. Okay, Reed, I
I was
see
here on a
you.
serial rapist in '88. It was pretty short work. Guy wasn't going to win any IQ contests. The day after we collared him, local detective was driving me to the airport, and here's a call on his walkie of kids screaming in a house not far from where we were. He asked if I mind taking the job in with him. We were first on the scene. Inside, we found
this.
The axe had been left behind, but it had been wiped clean. Turns out it belonged to the family. The oldest daughter, Connie, told me her father bought it on Christmas Eve a few months earlier to cut down the Christmas tree. Now I always associate the whole thing with Christmas. Never
How
been
old
able
were
to
the
put a
kids?
tree up myself again.
So he never hurt the kids at all?
Not physically.
But he would have known that the kids were in the house.
He only hurt the parents and then left.
Using a weapon he found at the scene, not eliminating all of the witnesses, that makes him disorganized.
But he left no evidence, just he's organized.
There was a fingerprint.
But it was behind the bedroom door. I don't even think he knew it was there. There should have been prints in other places, but they were wiped clean. An open back door, a drinking glass left in the kitchen. And that one good print was not a match anywhere. I've been over this a million times. I keep thinking...
Maybe it was the cop.
If there was just one more piece...
Maybe it was one of the
was
kids.
right in front of me.
You might be dead.
I have to be sure.
Maybe it was one of the kids.
I'll say if he's dead, you may never really know.
When we arrived on the scene, before any of the other units got there, I could hear them. Before I even got out of the car. It was a warm morning and the windows were open in the upstairs bedroom. And their voices floated out into the street. They were crying and calling for their mommy and daddy. 3 terrified children screaming for their murdered parents. I've seen so much death and pain, but that sound, it's been 20 years, and I can still hear them screaming every night, crying. If I can't tell them for sure that whoever's responsible will never do it again, that screaming might never stop.
I mean, yeah, that's sad.
Alicia, let's go! In a minute. Now, Leash!
God. Guess what? My sister's a bitch.
Ew.
Call me.
You didn't give me your number.
Where were you for 2 days?
I'm 23 years old, Connie.
You should have called.
You're not my mother.
Who is that? Carry on, Slender Man.
Hi, Connie. I brought the team with...
You need to stop this.
Excuse me?
We thought that if we didn't call you back, you would just give up and leave us alone.
I know that it hurts, but I'm only trying to make sure someone pays for your parents' death.
We don't care anymore. It's been 20 years. We need to be able to move past it. Please.
I won't bother you kids again.
And you'll stop it with the gifts, too?
Gifts?
What are we supposed to do with a bunch of toys that remind us of the worst day of our lives?
I never sent you any gifts.
Time to find this motherfucker.
This is it?
We threw a lot of them away.
I wish you would have told me about this.
We thought you were sending them. First we kind of liked it, then it just became a bad reminder.
These are incredibly cheap.
Where would you even buy toys like that?
Dollar store.
How did you receive them?
They're usually left on the front porch at night. Mine was found in my car this time.
They know.
Following you.
There was a pickup outside the where I work. I always thought it was you.
What do you remember about the pickup?
All I saw was the shape and the headlights.
Morgan, obsessional crimes are your specialty?
Well, there's 2 kinds of obsessional offenders. Sadists, who want to make the families keep reliving the crime, or guilt-laden offenders, desperately trying to find some type of way to apologize.
These don't look like the kind of things you would send to inflict pain on someone.
Guilt-laden.
They actually look like the kind of thing a child would send.
It's rare, but an unsub who feels this much guilt sometimes commits the crime unintentionally. They tend to be developmentally disabled, and generally, well, they're physically large and they're very strong. Strong enough to hurt somebody accidentally.
Lenny and Of Mice and Men.
He needed help then. There wasn't a fragment of evidence left at the scene. That's not low IQ.
Usually they're assisted by an older relative, and it's almost always a parent. You see, in a lot of ways, this type of unsub, they're sort of overgrown children. When you get Garcia on the phone, tell her we're not looking for other homicide. Get her to look into a string of less serious offenses in this area, involving children, but not necessarily children that have been injured or abused. See, an unsub like this, when they seek out children, they want to play with them. They don't really want to hurt them, but it's their size. It frightens people.
This could be that piece you were looking for.
It was smart to get Hardwick to focus on himself long enough for the guards to come back.
I find that I do some of my best work under intense terror.
I'm sorry.
For what?
I antagonized the situation.
No, you didn't.
Well, I certainly didn't help.
I guess you didn't really help.
So Haley wants me to sign the divorce papers uncontested.
You don't want to?
What I want, I'm not going to get.
Okay, crime fighters. There are scads of open petty crime in the very area of Indiana in the last 20 years. A large portion of them only occur in the last week of March and the first week of April every year. Then it gets weirder, because the same kind of crimes in Springfield, Illinois for the next 2 weeks, Des Moines, Iowa in the couple of weeks after that.
So he's traveling.
On a specific schedule for years?
Who takes a developmentally disabled partner on a sales call?
What about a carnival?
Carnival?
We went to a carnival the day before. It's the last thing we did as a family.
Did anything happen?
That's so random.
We had to leave early. There was this clown that made me a balloon animal. It didn't even look right. kind of followed me around. He didn't really do anything. My mom got afraid, so we left.
You never told us that.
I didn't even remember it until now.
It better not be.
Penelope, pull permits. This carnival is still in
Fucking
business.
clown.
Betty is ready.
You guys look around. Prentice, come with me.
Jeff, get more tie-downs over that Ferris hauler. I'm gonna have to slow down because that moron, the piece is hanging off again.
You look like you're in charge.
Can't believe people actually pay good money to play these fixed games.
Men.
Excuse me?
It's not people, it's men.
She's not wrong.
Is that a fact?
Only a man would waste $50 trying to win that $3 stuffed animal. You pulling out in a
Yeah,
hurry?
because y'all asked for
The
it.
way this business works, gonna be set up where the money is.
Where are you headed to next, Springfield? We'd like to talk to you about one of your clowns.
Did you go to carnivals as a kid?
Rear.
Yeah, me too.
Clown.
Wow, this ain't a circus. Clowns are for the circus.
You don't have any clowns in your carnival.
How about a guy who makes balloon animals?
Might.
Might?
Times.
How long's he been with you?
Look, what is this?
This guy would have been complained about. Kids are uncomfortable around him. You'd have gotten reports from parents.
Can't remember every complaint I get, mister.
It's not Mister. It's Agent Rossi, FBI. Now, do you have a son?
A son.
The guy we want to talk to. You'd have gotten rid of him a long time ago, unless.
It would have been difficult for him to hold down a job for long, much less 20 years.
20 years. I really ain't got time for this.
Make time.
All right. He didn't mean to hurt those people. It was my fault as much as his. Got busy with slides breaking down and he wandered off. He just wanted to see the little girl again. He wanted to play. Never hurt anyone. He went into the father's room by mistake. He came after him with an axe and he hit Joey. So he got mad, that's all. I mean, isn't that understandable? He gets hit with an axe and he gets mad? He was sorry. He even put them back in bed. He just got angry. But I was too late. I couldn't save him. But every year I take him back. Make him remember what he did. I even make him pick something from the joints to give them. He never forgets. I make sure of that. Look, he's a good boy.
FBI!
Daddy! Daddy! Get your ass out of there right now. Daddy! Let's go. Let's go.
Get out!
Daddy! Daddy! Daddy!
Don't fight, Jack!
Stay down! I need you to go. No, stay down. Don't move.
Don't you hurt him. He won't fight you.
What I say? Stop it! Stop it!
He's a good boy. He's a really good boy.
Daddy, help me!
Don't fight Joe.
Daddy!
The title should be delivered in the next few days.
You're just giving us a house?
Giving it back. It's been kept clean and maintained. It should sell for a decent price. You could all get a fresh start.
You don't have to do this.
I think your parents would have wanted you to have it.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
What a terrible thing.
These belong to your mother. Your grandmother let me hold on to them until, well, you should have them back now. Well, my team is waiting for me.
Agent Rossi, I'd like you to have these. Is it okay if I call you sometime? Just to let you know how we're doing?
Anytime, kiddo. Anytime.
Oh.
We need to talk about Penelope. Man to man.
Man to man.
What about Penelope?
I don't know. Lucia and Kevin sitting in tree.
Get out of here. You serious?
Just when I thought nothing scandalous was ever going to happen around here.
What does that mean?
Didn't you hear JJ?
The song meant something? No, I missed it.
You know what? Never mind.
What?
I love him.
There is no formula for success, except perhaps an unconditional acceptance of life and what it brings. Arthur Rubinstein.
That's sad. That was pretty good. That was pretty interesting. I'm glad that they like wrapped that thing up with Rossi early instead of like dragging it on too much. You know what I mean? Like I know it was introduced when he first kind of came around, but I'm glad that they like nipped it in the bud and like figured it out early on. And it's interesting, and I'm not glad, but I guess like a little better that it wasn't something like so sinister. Like it's unfortunate the way that it happened, like the case with the kids and their parents. Clearly the guy had some developmental issues. So, and I'll never justify what somebody did, but it's like the explanation makes more sense. Doesn't justify it, but it's like, damn, you didn't really know what the hell you were doing, and you honestly probably didn't mean to do it, like the dad said. It's a bummer. But it's a good thing that it got figured out. And I kind of agree with what the kids were saying, like when it comes to like, just let it go, bro. Like leave us alone, because like that is reopening wounds for them. But thank God he never gave up, because even though it wasn't like something super sinister and evil, at least there's closure now. So that's pretty cool. And Rossi's definitely growing on me, especially after this. I think I'm pretty on board. So let me know what y'all thought. See you on the next one. Bye.